Welcome back to the channels, guy. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Before we start, make sure to like and subscribe as always. I'm trying to get this a little bit bigger than it is. We're going to do a little bit of scouting today because duck season opens up next weekend. Thank God, November 21st. But we're going to do some scouting today. But first, before we go, got some fishing line tied up in the prop. It's been in there like 3 months. It really ain't affected it, but I figured I need to get it out anyway. So we're going to get that knocked out and go scouting and see what else we can find. Alright guys, so here's the problem. We got a bird's nest, a fishing line is wrapped up around the main prop shaft there. So got that out, put it all back together, and hopefully it runs a little bit better. So yeah. What is up, guys? So here we are today's Thursday, so we have tomorrow, Friday, and then Saturday is opening day of 2020-2021 duck season for Arkansas. With that being said, just going over everything, making sure everything's rigged up, ready to go, to where all I gotta do is Friday get off work, come home, throw everything in the truck, hook up to the boat, and head that way to the ramp. It's gonna be hectic opening weekend. Water levels are dropping like crazy, like really fast. There's no water anywhere. It's gonna be like 70 degrees, which is shouldn't be right for this time of year, but it is what it is. We're gonna go out there and give it our best. But I'm just here, going over some stuff, making sure everything's right. I don't know what happened to the Texas rig that was on this Decoy, but it ain't there no more. That's why I'm doing this, so I can put new ones on it. And at the same time, I'm going to go over some of the stuff that I highly suggest if you don't have or looking for better options. I'm going to go over some of that stuff that I use so that y'all can see that and go get some stuff too. So, I guess first thing on the list, I can start with decoys. Just pull this one back out. Dakota decoys, that's what I use. Yes, they're expensive. A lot of people don't like them. Don't know why, but everybody has their personal preference. Decoys is a big thing. We all know you kind of get what you can afford or what's in fits your price range, and that is 100% true. Everything with duck hunting is like that. But if you can get some of these, I highly suggest them. Now, I'm not saying they're the best thing out there, but I mean, I've never had any problems with them. I love them. I think they look freaking sweet. They look legit when they're in the timber. When the sun hits them, because these are the full flocks, the sun hits them, they stand out, they're bright. Ducks can see them easily. So, like I said, there's other great options out there, but I highly suggest if you can, go get some of those. And I'll put a link to the description down those, or if you ever duck hunt in your life, you know what Dakota decoys are. They're in every You know, just about everywhere you go for decoys, they're there. Any big sporting stores and stuff like that. Something else I highly suggest is, let me get it untangled here. I haven't touched this thing since last season. A jerk string spreader. This way, because you know, traditional jerk string, it's a single file line, a line. Most people run 4 to 6, sometimes 8 decoys on it, but they're in a single line. So when you get to pull on that, you're gonna have a row of water just go out in kind of essentially an H pattern. Ugh. I had someone knock at the door, so that's where I had to go down there and check that. But what I was saying was, with a traditional jerk string, you're gonna have a row. You know, as we all know of decoys, you're going to have essentially an H pattern come out, which works. It works sometimes. It's great. You know, it's worked for many years. But with one of these, I highly suggest getting one of these, because I actually got 5 of these. I got to find the other 2. I think they may be in my bedroom. I don't know. But with this here, actually it goes, my bad, this way. So what you got, your hook line to the top, you're going to hook line to the bottom. One's going to go to the neck spreader, one's going to go to the back. And essentially you're going to keep doing that until the line comes up to you and the back line goes to the weight on the elastic cord, or however you use, bungee cord, to give you that pullable motion. But this way you can run 4 decoys per spreader. This is a little cheap one. You can get these at Academy, any sporting goods store. But I highly suggest these, because this way you can run up to 12, 15 decoys on a single jerk string. And I mean, you just have so much more motion. It looks a lot more legit, because instead of them all following a single line, you'll have 12, 15 decoys out there. I mean, they look like they're just out there swimming around having a good time. So I highly suggest one of these. Like I said, these aren't expensive. You can get them at Academy. I think this was like $40 maybe, if that. Don't check me on that, but I think it was like $40. But if you want to get a more quality, kind of expensive one, which this one's never let me down. I know Motion Ducks, they make a really nice spreader, and I'll put the link in the description for that. I've really thought about going and getting one. My buddy Alec Crowder, subscribe to his YouTube. I'll put his link down to his YouTube in the description as well. He recently got kind of partnered with the deal or whatnot to run one of the motion spreaders, and he lives by it. He says it is a game changer. So he's been telling me to go get one and check it out. So I'm gonna do that probably, and I'll let y'all know how it works. But I'll put, just so you can have different options, I'll put the link to it down there along with his YouTube channel link in the description. So that's something I highly suggest. I want to go back for decoys for a little bit. So, you know, I talked about the different decoys right here. Texas rigs, I want to talk about rigging real fast. And this depends what kind of water you're hunting. I hunt 90% or more flooded timber. So with that being said, Texas rigs are a much simpler, easy going process to use. I mean, they take it, you're ready to go. It's that simple. Or if you carry them on a carabiner, you pull it up, hook it through there, you hook them, throw them over your shoulder, and you take off walking. So it's a real simpler process for me. I like using them over traditional styles. But now if you're hunting a deeper water, you're probably going to use the traditional style rigging, which is just, as we all know, regular line wrapped around with a lead weight at the bottom. I think UPS just pulled up. That may be my package, I don't know. But yeah, so that's something I highly suggest, is Texas rigs over any other kind of traditional style rigging because of the simplicity of that. Another thing I highly suggest, and if you don't have one of these, go get one, because this is probably one of the second best investments I've made. It's a tree strap. Now, we all know you can, like, they make them really for bow hunting. The tree hooks you screw in and kind of make a little, that shape, and you hang stuff on. Those work great too. But if you actually read or care, most of the WMAs in Arkansas, that is actually illegal to use out there to screw into the trees. So this works great. Plus, you don't have to carry around like 15 different hooks in your bag. You can hang this up and hang everything on it. This one's made by Banded. They make there's a bunch of different brands for these. Most of my stuff's Banded. Everything I wear is Banded, so figure I might as well get something to match. You can get one of these, I think. I forgot the price on this, but I'll put the description down so y'all can go look at it. But they, like I said, it's kind of with everything else. They make cheaper options, and then they make the more expensive options. Either one works great. So if you ain't got a tree strap, I highly suggest going and getting it. This one's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hooks on it, and a shell bag. I usually put my phone and like small stuff in there that I don't want to carry around my waders. So that works great. I absolutely love it. Oh, what's something else we can talk about? Oh, the most probably important thing I can talk about. The sled. This is fantastic for if you're walking in, boating in, if you jump out of a helicopter, or if you have a mirage and you wake up in the woods. This is fantastic. Boating in, walking in, especially the other two you don't do. But if you jump out of a helicopter and you go duck hunting, let me know, because I'm highly interested. But this here, throw it in the bottom of the boat, throw everything in it. I can fit this whole bag of 24 in it. Can't see it, but that whole bag of 24 in it. All these, my gun, backpack, stuff like that. I can put it all in there. I get where I'm going, pull it out of the boat, set it in the water. It does float, obviously. I can take off walking. Now these are a little bit more on the, I guess you could say, expensive side. I'm sure there's cheaper options on Amazon, but I didn't look. I just seen it in a store and I was like, that's the one right there. I gotta have it. But it's the best money I've ever spent, because it takes all the work off of you from walking out there carrying everything. It keeps you from sweating a lot. Keeps you from getting cold after that sweat sits in your waders and all that. So I highly suggest one of those. They make different sizes. This may be the large size, I'm not sure, but they make like a small, medium, large, and I suggest at least the medium or large, because if you get the small, you're just gonna run out of room and you're still gonna be carrying stuff. So I highly suggest one of those. But yeah, so that's about it. We're gonna kind of wrap this up. I gotta get back to finishing all this, go through checking everything, and get this video edited and put it out there. So make sure to like and subscribe, turn on those notifications, and catch you next time. And how can I forget to say this? Peace.